Good morning, and it's bright and early on a Sunday morning. I have now, oh Christ, we go a week today, we leave. I've got to the hardcore list making stage. This was me this morning with the cup of coffee. Also, there's a local car boot sale every Sunday morning if the weather is sound and the forecast is good, so I'm going to trundle on up to the car boot. I'm not taking the hound today. We've just gone out for our pee-poo walk, so he's going to stay here. But first of all, I want to go and measure the van's cupboards, and then when I'm up there, if I see like little basket type things that I think will fit in some of our cabinets, I think that's going to make organising stuff in them easier. And I don't want to buy new, and I don't want to buy plastic. Ideally, it's going to be like little natural rattan type baskets, but it's a car boot. You just never know. You never know what you're going to find. So I need to go and measure some cupboards, and I also need to scrounge up some cash. And then we'll take a little trundle up to a car boot sale. That's so cute. Well, I just spent way more than I was expecting to, and I've just bought things that weren't on the list. I wonder how much trouble I'm going to be in when I get home. Let me show you what I got. Okay, first up are these two like outdoor seat pads that zip off. So I thought for the dog, if we're outside or if he's on the floor or whatever, they were, I think they were £1 each. I 100% did not need this. This was £2. It's a canvas camera bag, and it's got this insert in that comes out, so you can just use it as a canvas bag or not. It's in a shopping mood clearly, because I absolutely do not need that. I've got this great big basket, which I hope is going to go under the sink. And then I might have spent £45 on the next two things that we didn't need, but I think we're both going to be extremely glad that we've got. I hope. Let me show you. Okay, these are two camp chairs, and it's worth noting that we have camp chairs. I do not need these. Have I done that right? Booyaka! So they pack up really small. They are padded, so they've got insulation against your back and your bum and your neck, which is important for me. They're very heavy duty, very easy to put up and down, but they were 45 quid. I've paid out of my money rather than our money, but we'll have to see what Jonny says about that. Also, somebody else tried to buy them as I was buying them, and I'm like, oi, hands off lady, and it was the girl, Jodie from the Chippy here. So she actually wanted them for today because she's off to a festival and she wants chairs to sit on, but she didn't want to spend 45 quid. And I'm like, good, because they're mine, back off. And she said, can I borrow them? Just for today, you can have them back tonight. It's got to be worth the fish and chips, isn't it? At the Chippy to deliver the chairs, but look at this rig. That is awesome. I love it. Nice van. And this is where we're going. Love,
I owe you a fish special.
Deal.
I'll clean them down too. I'll hose them down.
Are they going to get minging, are they?
I don't know. I can't promise that they're not, but I will hose them down and give them a good scrub, Jen.
Have lots of fun.
Thank you.
Bye. Those two seat pads that I bought fit in there perfectly, so that's an option for them to like live there or for him to sleep there. And I was wondering, this is the camera bag insert that was in that like tan coloured bag. And I'm wondering whether we take that divider out and like we could stand our plates and bowls and things in that. I wonder if they'd rattle round less being in that. So you know that I kitted this out for the dog. I've now been talking to people and I'm wondering whether we can attach a D-ring, a heavy duty D-ring to somewhere in the back corner, and then he can sleep on my bed. Like we could put his dog bed up there when we're travelling, because then he'll be restrained, he'll be safe. He's got a window if he wants to stand up, But apparently you have to put the hook very low so that if you're in an accident, he can't fly around too much, which sounds awful, doesn't it? He's not crate trained, before anyone says, you need to crate him. He's not crate trained. And my concern with using this cupboard for him is that because he's not crate trained, he could get really, really, really stressed when we shut the door on him in there. The other option is that we turn this area here into his kennel. So Johnny's going to cut the piece of wood that's going to go in here today. So this will be covered with cushions. He loves getting in and under. Like, that's his favourite place. He feels really, really safe when he's in and under something. So we could attach a D-ring in here somewhere, so that when we're travelling, we take the cushions off and we take this piece of board out so the top is open. But then he's kind of cocooned in this area, and do you know what? I think that's got to be the way to go for him. I can still talk to him and see him from the front and reassure him. I'm really liking that idea. Also, that gives us our bathroom cupboard back, because this is where we were supposed to be putting our camping toilet. So this could be a win-win-win. And I told Johnny about the chairs and he didn't seem cross. So he hasn't seen them yet, because obviously I've just had to give them to friends, but he seemed quite cool with me spending 45 quid on something we didn't need. I'll let you know. Okay, let's get this all cleaned. And this bit here that got resanded, I need to stain that again. But first, look at the state of this grubby thing. This is the oven that we bought off my mate Rick Van Man. He had it in his camper van, but he never used the oven, so he figured it's a complete waste of space. And I said to Johnny when we first talked about going full-time, we're not currently full-time, but when we first talked about it, I was still writing recipes a lot, and I said the only way I can do it is if we've got an oven. So this is what we bought.
Right, babe.
Do you remember? Oh, wow, look at that.
Oh, last week of work.
Johnny's about to take a month off from his job. I work for myself, so it doesn't really make any difference what I do or where I do it, but it's a big deal for Johnny. Oh, hi, Sonny. Oh, hi, Sonny. Mwah. Did you want to say hello to the camera? Oh, you want to lick my face? That's nice. Thank you, darling. Oh, he's such a good boy. Oh, he smells so good. You know that whole stinky dog thing? It's not real when it's your dog. It smells lovely. Even my cat's bad breath smells lovely to me there. Oh, you're a gorgeous puppy. Jane, leave me alone. It's abuse. Abuse, I tell you. Does your mama love you too much? Is that the problem here? It is? Ooh, I asked for that. Blech. Okay, I'm back in the van. My next job is... Johnny's up on the roof, if you wonder what that was. These latches are too close to the doors and they're really tight, and you have to get it perfectly lined up before you can open the cupboard, and I'm too impatient and lazy, so I'm just going to unscrew these and just move them down a bit and make them a bit looser. So should be a little bit easier, but I've got my work cut out for me because there's lots of them. Wow, this makes you hot, man. I've just been in to have some lunch. I've come out and Johnny's finished the floor and he's even oiled it. Look at this, it's so pretty. I'm not going to tread on it because it's got oil on it still. I was going to wipe it all off soon, but doesn't that look gorgeous? So pretty. This is pallets. Pallet wood is just so, so good. And if you didn't know, our entire kitchen is built out of pallets. It's like, mwah. Okay, next job involves raiding Johnny's van. This is Sprout, Johnny's van. If you haven't seen it before, it's very cute. But we have this. We've already got a little fridge installed. Oh gosh, that was easy.
I told you.
In Noodle van. But it hasn't got much space inside. I have measured and it does fit where I want it to go. So then we'd have the fridge that's already there, which is dinky, plus this. We can even set this to a freezer if we wanted to. But let's see, I'm going to flip you around. Let's see if it does fit. So I'm hopeful that it's going to fit in that space there. I have measured, but I don't know once, because this seat spins around, so I don't know if it's going to fit like that or not. Please work, please work, please work. Oh my God, it works. Oh. the chair.
I don't know if the lead will reach right from the back to there though.
Oh really?
That's a long way, because I think it only just reached where I've got it in my van.
I am so close to having an extra fridge, but now possibly not. So we can't plug it in into anything up here? It has to be plugged
it's
into
got
the
its
back.
own plug.
Shit.
It,
Oh, he's just managed to get it in the back.
installation underneath.
Jonny!
Heater.
Am I allowed that space for a fridge? Please say yes.
Yeah, I guess so. We need tools and stuff in the boot here.
I can dedicate some of my underbed storage to anything that should have been there. Oh, happy
I don't know if I
days.
can get the lead out though, because it's built into my van.
What about my lead?
I don't know on that either.
Luckily, we both have the same fridge because it's bloody brilliant and really good value. This is Myrtle's. Alright, so we got identical
That can go
fridges.
back.
This is my fridge. The lead is in this tube that goes all underneath this bench and then all down here and to the fuse box. What he's going to do is get some strimmer wire, which he's going to attach to the end of the lead from my fridge, and then when I pull the lead out from this bit of pipe, it'll also pull the strimmer wire through. So when we come to replace this lead, oh my gosh, when we get back, it means we can do it in reverse and the strimmer wire will just pull the lead back through. He is such a practical man. I am such a lucky girl. I would never have thought of any of that, quite frankly. In fact, if I had to set up a camper van and Jonny wasn't in my life, I would have to go and buy one that was ready kitted out, or I'd have to pay someone to kit one out because I don't know any of this stuff. He's just really clever, really practical.
Hang on, slow down. Keep going.
Jonny, you're so clever. Thank you, Jonny. I know that wasn't important to you, but that was really important to me. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Sassy. Today's Monday, Bank Holiday Monday. We leave this Sunday, and my jobs today are farm jobs. So first of all, I'm cleaning out the chicken coop, and then I've got some digging to do outside before we go. I just wanted to show you this. This is an egg I've just found in the nest, and as you can see, it's all squidgy. So this often can happen with an older hen, so she's not got enough calcium to coat her eggs with. It might be a one-off. It might be that this is now how she lays for the rest of her life, or it might just be that this is how she lays for the next few weeks. I've never worked out a pattern beyond that, really. This has literally just been laid. It's still warm. And if one of the other chickens had gone into the nest to lay, they'd have stood on this, it would have broken, they would have eaten it. So it's really, really, really good idea if you ever see this with your hens to take these eggs out straight away, because it can lead to chickens eating their eggs. This is absolutely fine to eat. There's nothing wrong with this. So I will probably do something with this at lunchtime. You wouldn't be able to store this for very long though. This would go bad, go rotten very, very quickly. All right, me and Sunny are in the back of Noodle. Jonny's going to go up and down our drive a couple of times just to do little test runs or something. So this is all part of Sunny's training. We've been doing this all weekend, and he's getting better. He's pretty chill, sat on the bed here. What's your daddy doing? Hey, Bobby.
Where to, madam?
I'd like to go up the drive, please, sir.
Okey-doke, down the drive?
Oh, if you wouldn't mind. We'll have to tip him on the way back, sunshine. Just been out with the dog and managed to pick 4 figs. This one might not ripen enough to eat. These 3 are so overripe that this is probably pure alcohol. So we had tons of figs on that tree this year, and they just did not ripen, and I kept checking them and I kept checking them, and it got so late I'm like, oh, they're never going to ripen. And it's kind of like an avocado, getting ripe, blink and you miss it. So let's have a nibble and see what we think. Wow, that is absolute pure sugar. God, that is delicious. I don't think I've ever eaten one that's so ripe. God, that is beautiful. And I'm wondering if it's greedy to eat 2 really super ripe figs. I haven't had any breakfast, but this is pure sugar, which is a pretty dumb breakfast idea, isn't it? Today's the day. I'm sat in Noodle with the engine running because apparently the mechanic is going to be here in 30 minutes. So Johnny's told me I've just got to sit in the van and let it run until he gets here. So I'm going to sit here and edit, and then can we all please keep our fingers crossed that this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful van just sails through the MOT. Come on, Noodle, you can do it. Also, as I sit here, I thought you might like to see the state of the dashboard, and this is the way that it's going in for its MOT. Jonny, you crack me up.
Good to go.
Oh my gosh! Fingers crossed, Mark.
Hope it goes smoothly, eh?
Do you like how dodgy the dashboard looks?
I guess you got a bit to do there, haven't you?
He's worked so hard on it. Yeah, it's tatty as, but it doesn't matter. It's going to get us to Scotland, doesn't it? Good luck, Noodle. Cheers, Mark. Yikes, there she goes. Oh, what a good looking van. Right, I dumped my iPad and my coffee cup in the hedge. Let's get back to work, shall we? It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I've just had a nap, so excuse the whole sleepy vibe we have going on. But I had to pick the camera up because after my little nap, I checked my phone, as you do, and my mate Damon, who some of you know from the channel called Nina, the ambulance camper, Damon had sent me a message, and it was a screenshot of the DVLA MOT for Noodle. And she'd passed. The garage still haven't even phoned us yet, and Damon's so on the ball that he's been checking the DVLA website, and she passed. Oh my gosh, Damon, you crack me up. That's so funny. I love it. Anyway, there we are. All of that hard work that Jonny's been up to. And Noodle has passed. Yes. This means we get to do Scotland in the big van. Oh my God, I'm so happy. And relieved. And proud of Jonny. I'm so damn proud of Jonny. He has worked his tail off to get that van done. Thank you, Jonny. Right, I need that van back from the garage now because I need to pack the damn thing. Tomorrow I'm going out with my mum and we're going to go and do a food shop so I can stock the cupboard. So yeah, that's all very, very exciting. Oh my God, she passed. Woo! Yes. Yes. You're going to get a month off from us and the dog. How happy are you right now? Actually, I don't know that she will be particularly happy once we leave, but she's going to have her nana looking after us. It's not all bad, is it? No. And this little girl can't even handle the short drive to the vets. There's no way she would want to go on a hundreds of mile road trip. Is there? No thanks, Mum. I'll stay and guard the house for you. Good job, Sass. Good job. Wow. She looks huge next to Myrtle. Oh my goodness me. So, I'm planning to move into there today. We have been sleeping in her for about 2 months prior to taking her into the shed to do all the work for the MOT and stuff. So the dog is definitely used to sleeping in there. Gosh, Myrtle looks tiny. Look at the difference. And talking about Myrtle, having spoken to insurance companies, so long as I enjoy driving this beautiful beast and all goes well with her, I think when I get back from Scotland that I'm going to sell Myrtle. Don't hold me to that, don't quote me on that, but that is what I'm thinking. What do you say, Jonny?
That's a fine looking van.
Oh my gosh, this is the exciting bit. This is the bit I have been so looking forward to. We still got a list of jobs as long as our arms, but now we've got an MOT. I can like legitimately start packing these cupboards up, which is just so damn thrilling. So let's find out where we're going to put all the food. As you walk straight in the van, you've got the fridge in front of you, and then we've got this big drawer. And I figure because it's a drawer, we need lightweight stuff in here. So I'm going to start putting all the noodles in here. I've also bought me a load of these. These are gluten-free and actually they're quite tasty. And I bought Jonny a bunch of pot noodles. So these are going to be like emergency meals. I might actually have an emergency meal cupboard because I also bought some cans of soup. Yeah, actually these aren't going to be something we access daily, whereas this cupboard is a daily access, isn't it? Okay, I might have to rethink that. But for now, let's stack it up with pouches of rice. And if you've ever watched any of my one pot camping cooking videos, you'll know that I absolutely love this stuff. This for camping and camper vans is just the nuts. This might not stay like this, and what we might have is like a longer term storage under one of the beds. And then just keep bringing things up. Like this fridge, which is teeny weeny. This is out of a boat. And it is so blinking small. Look at that. Oh my God. And Jonny wanted that to be our only fridge, bearing in mind that we eat meat and vegetables for our cooked meal every day. And we want to go and lose ourselves in the mountains and not have to go to a supermarket every other day. That's why I begged for that bigger fridge to be put into the back. That said, it's okay. Now I've got 2 fridges. It's going to be good and groovy. Oh my God, I'm so excited. If any ladies are going through perimenopause or menopause and you're really struggling with your mental health and wanting to do anything and your energy levels are crap and you just want to stay in bed all day or drink wine and eat chocolate, just know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You do get through it. Admittedly, I've got the help of HRT, but even with that, it's taken me 2 years to feel like me again. Hang on in there, girls. You can do this. Next job is Jonny had to sand some of this work surface back, and you can see where I'd stained it with the walnut ink that I kind of use for everything. So he sanded the ink off, so I need to restain that bit. But he's just looked at all these little bits of paint and he's just going to get a sander. And he's just going to get rid of all those little bits of paint. Look how bright it looks in here. Wow. That's insane. Wow, that's really interesting. What great light. I find this in Jonny's van as well because he's got blacked out windows. The light is so much nicer, so much more diffused for videos. Oh, sorry, that was a bit noisy. I'm just going to come and sit on my bed while I wait for Jonny to do the sanding. Oh, that looks way better, Jonny.
What's that?
This work surface getting that, I wouldn't have bothered with that, but well done. It looks much better. Much betterer. Oh my God, that looks so good. So, because I'm the one that's like packing all these cupboards out and stuff, but Jonny isn't going to have a clue where to find anything and I'm probably going to forget in no time. So I'm actually going to stick post-it notes on the front of the doors as to what's inside. And we might keep these on for a little while. So you're quite possibly going to be seeing post-it notes for a little while to come. So yes, let's get scribbling. First one is hilarious. This is the carbs drawer. I've left room because I might actually list what's in there if I feel the need. And then I'm going to have 2 days and counting. Today's Friday. We've got all day tomorrow, Saturday, and then we're off, fingers crossed, on Sunday. So today I am just getting all of these cupboards packed with all of the things. Tomorrow Jonny's going to work through all my hundreds of little jobs that I need his help with, things like hanging the curtains that I still haven't managed to do myself, just hanging things up basically. I don't really want to drill into these walls. That's definitely a blue job in our relationship, so I'm just packing. My little post-it notes are coming in so handy because I'm already having to move things around because until I know all the things that I need to bring into here, how can I really know where they can all go? I've just washed the shelves and everything out of the oven and out of the fridge. So I'm just going to wipe both of those down, pack them back up. I want, ideally, all of our cookware to live in the oven when we're travelling. I don't know how feasible that's going to be, and I don't think I'm going to be able to bring the big saute pan that I wanted to bring, which is really sad. I don't know where else it can go unless it goes under one of the beds, but because we've now got that big fridge in the back, we've lost our big garage space, so part of my underbed I've had to donate to the garage department, like for the chocks and tow ropes and boy things, which is fine. I don't mind that. I'd much rather have the fridge than an extra cupboard under my bed. But it just means things are getting really, really tight, and like trying to work out where everything goes. Saying that, there's that gigantic cupboard up there, which I haven't even considered yet. I have rammed 4, what are they, rolls of kitchen roll in the corner. Oh, I'd forgotten all about that. The saute pan can come to the ball. So I'm still in here tapping away at getting all these cupboards sorted and filled. Just had 2 messages from Jonny. One, that he's going to be early for lunch, so I need to go and get lunch on. And 2, that I need to remember to go and buy the car insurance. We had an interesting time trying to get car insurance on this vehicle. If we wanted to take out temporary cover for 1 month, it would be anywhere between £300 and £550. Excuse me? For a month? Then we looked at some other options as well, but the option that we're going to go with is we're going to take Myrtle off the road, and I'm going to swap my insurance, so transfer the insurance from her onto this. That's going to cost £118, and then when I get back I can pay another £118 to swap it back, or, as I've said before, if I enjoy driving this, then I'm going to keep this on the road as my daily drive. So if anyone out there wants T4, let me know. Right. Oh, and the other thing, while we're talking about business and money and stuff, I'm shutting the shop, the leather shop, online. I'm closing that. By the time this video goes out, it will probably already be shut. I'm really, really sorry if I've let anyone down there. It will be closed for all of September. And then when I get back, presumably like end of September, beginning of October, when I get back, I'm going to reopen the shop, but I'm going to reopen it on the 15th of every month going forward. So there will be a limited amount of stock. So if you are looking to buy things like for Christmas presents, is what I'm thinking at this point, then obviously keep an eye on my social media, and I will be doing an announcement when it's live. And when the stock is sold out, then it's sold out until the next month, the 15th of the following month. I think it's just going to be easier because I've got some nice plans with this lovely van and a cute little fluffy dog. When we get back from Scotland, I want to go on an adventure around Devon and Cornwall with my dog and my bus. So the only way that I can really make that work in terms of running an online shop is to do that, is to have a monthly opening, if you like, a monthly launch, where I just fill it with all the stock that I've got ready-made, ready to ship, and that'll be that. So please bear that in mind, and I'm really, really sorry if you were about to go and buy anything online. I really apologise, but make a note in your diary, 15th of October. Your girl will be back. So, insurance, food, let's go. Still battling on through it all. So I've just spoken to my insurance company with Myrtle, and I've changed my insurance over from Myrtle to Noodle. I've just spoken to our breakdown company, Gem, and Jonny needs to measure the van when he gets home from work. And if we fall under all their weight, length and width of vehicle, then we don't need to do anything. We're completely covered on Noodle anyway. But now, come with me, because I've seen something that's really bugging me. And it wasn't until I was looking outside of the kitchen window and I thought, that doesn't look right. So there's the lovely Noodle. It's all black and green, apart from that cupboard, which is white. It's not pure white because it gets mouldy. This door seal leaks a little bit in heavy rain at the wrong angle. That gets wet and it's gone a bit mouldy, so I'm going to use my trusty blackboard paint. I'm going to paint that bit black. Haven't decided about that bit yet. Alright, that's all that painted black, but I don't know what to do about that white wall. Should that be black? Should it stay white? Does anyone have any thoughts? How does it look? And I am going to put some artwork on there. It's not just going to stay completely black. just start cleaning the dash, but look at this. I think Johnny's still got a bit of work to do on that, don't you? Tell you what, the thing with this LT is there's some brilliant storage in here. Like, this part of the dashboard is flat, whereas in the T4 it's curved, and in most cars I think this bit is curved, but that's really handy. This has actual cup holders that I think would be quite sturdy and would work. That's also a really good sized glove box. There's storage down here. Got 2 pockets in the door. I imagine he's got 2 pockets over that side. It's just really good on the storage. And we've got this giant gap between the 2 seats. In there, if Johnny's got time, which he might not have in fairness, but if he's got time, he's going to build a box in there that we can put our shoes in, and then there'll be some kind of lid that will cover the 2 chairs, obviously keeping that free and that free, so that the dog can sit up with us if sitting in the back isn't going so well. So it's 7:30 at night. I'm sat here in the Noodle van and I have the Sunny Bob on one side of me and I have the SassyCat on the other side of me. Last night she was sat on my lap and he was lying kind of up my leg, so his head was like 2 inches from her. My babies! I kid you not, by the end of the year these 2 will be snuggling. They will be snuggled up and they will be besties. And look at the state of the van. Wherever I go, chaos follows. We have got all our clothes in these cubbies. There is so much room. Oh my God. And it's really funny when you see on van tours, like, people not having enough storage, but of course they're living in the van. We're only going for a month and we're going to go to laundrettes and we're going to wash clothes as we go around. So we don't really need that much. Everything under my bed is all going to be the outdoor gear because I've taken up that back bit in the garage with the second fridge. So under my bed is going to be like, well, is the chocks and the outdoor chairs and the mallet and the warning triangle and the jump leads and the extension lead for campsites and all that kind of stuff. So it's Friday today. So Saturday, tomorrow, we're both done now. He's on the cheese and wine and I am just toast. I am so tired. So tomorrow we're going to get up early as always on a Saturday. We're going to pop into town. We go and have breakfast on a Saturday. It's our little kind of date night morning kind of thing. It's really cute. We go out for Eggs Benedict. Mwah. And then when we come back, Johnny is finally going to get to my list of things to do in the van. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for tonight because I am shattered. Actually, I think I'm going to sign off for this video because then I can pack this one up, start editing this, and then we can start a new one on Sunday morning. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to spend tomorrow with you, my darlings. I hope you don't miss me. But I will see you bright and early on Sunday. Whoop whoop. How exciting. Road trip commencing. I'll see you soon. Bye.